One of the challenges any business faces, and virtually every business has this challenge, is adequately following up with all of your leads. I mean, you want to get as many sales as possible to grow your business. In order to do that, you have to follow up with customers. You have to reach out to them. And I want to share how I personally managed 900 plus leads per month. That's about 30 new leads every single day. There's about 30 days in a month, so I was getting all these leads and trying to manage all of these leads so I could get the most sales that I could get. I had to create a system, a process for how I was going about doing it, and I want to share that with you today. The first thing I did, every morning as I got new leads and new leads came in, this was the first step. Number one, my first step was to follow up with new leads. I wanted to reach them as fast as possible. By the way, if you can respond and engage a customer within 5 minutes of them putting a lead in, you increase your chances of getting and closing that deal by 300+%. So I wanted to get a hold of them as fast as I could. So I got up early and I tried to reach out to all of them as quickly as I could throughout the day. But early, I would get in and I would message them on the platform in which they responded to me. By the way, if you can't, and I struggled with this, getting a hold of people fast, I would call them or I would text them or message them wherever they were, however I could get a hold of them. And a lot of times it was an hour, 2 hours later. Sometimes I missed some and it was a day later and I just lost those customers. Most people want a response and expect a response from you within 10 minutes. Like I said, if you can do it within 5 minutes, you increase your chances of closing the deal by 300%. So I struggled a lot of times to get a hold of these leads within 5 minutes. Like I said, sometimes I even missed some and it was a day later, especially if they came in on a Sunday. I had waited until Monday to get a hold of them and it was too late by then. Most of them had already gone on to the next business, to the next steps in what they were doing. So I created a fix for that and developed a fix for that. And by the way, watch till the end of this video, and I'm going to give you the fixes that I had for the problems I experienced when I was managing 900 plus leads. So the first was to get a hold of all of the leads as fast as humanly possible, within 5 minutes, if at all possible. And like I said, I struggled with that, so I developed a fix. Number two, I wanted to reach all of my leads on the platform and respond to all of them on the platform in which they reached out to me. So it was the platform that made a difference. Facebook, for instance, was one of my huge platforms that I was able to get new leads and new customers from. So I wanted to respond through Messenger as quickly as I could, obviously. The other platform, and I would have people put in information on the website for the business. And it was forms that they were on, so I would try to call or text in response to them. I had people that would even text me. Now, one of the challenges is I was handling all of these phone calls, right? I posted a bunch of ads on Craigslist, on Facebook, and I was getting calls all the time. Actually, so much so that I was missing a bunch of calls, probably about 15 calls a day, 10 to 15 calls per day, which meant I was missing out on a huge opportunity to get a hold of customers because I'd try and call them back later and I can't get a hold of them, or they've moved on. You get the point. Same issues that I had when I wasn't following up right away. And what I was struggling with is all of these have their own channels. And I was having multiple channels that I was trying to reach customers on, and I couldn't keep track of where I was talking with somebody and who I was talking with. So again, I had to create a system that would fix this issue and consolidate all of that, and you'll learn more about that, like I said, at the end of the video. But I wanted to reach all of my people, all of my customers and leads on the platform that they reached out to me. I wanted to get them where they were comfortable, right? So that was my next step and task. Number three, I wanted to call on the phone and actually talk to somebody because you have a better chance of closing a deal or even getting an appointment for someone to come in if you can talk to them and if you are able to engage them in a phone call. So I tried to reach out on a call. Well, I couldn't get a hold of everybody, so what I did is I tried to call the new leads first that I could, then I'd follow up with appointments, right? And I'd confirm my appointments for the day. I'd follow up with all of the ones waiting for a response. They asked me a question and I'm trying to get a response to them. These were the steps that I would take when I was calling or reaching out to new customers. New ones first, verify appointments, call on those waiting for a response or carry things that carried over from the previous day. But again, it was difficult. I mean, I have a CRM. I had a system, a platform that I could use to help me with all of this. But the problem is I couldn't integrate all of the different platforms into one. I struggled with that and at times struggled to keep up with calling all of these customers. But that's important. You have to call every single person. You have to get them on the phone. Some people will come in through a text or even schedule an appointment on your calendar or things like that. But most of them, you want to get on the phone and call them. Then 4, I still had to generate more business for myself, so I would also post on social media. I would do ads on Craigslist. I would everything I could do, I would try and get all the information out so that I could get more leads and generate more customers. So I had to find time to do all of the posting of my ads and posting on Facebook and on Instagram, social media, things like that. Managing all of this, I had to create a system throughout the day. So what I would do is I would get up early. I would respond, like I said, to all of my leads as early as I can, as quickly as I could, confirm all the appointments for the day. This is the first probably 15 minutes just to kind of engage people and to get people ready and to get myself set up and ready for the day. And then I'd follow up real quick with those that I could quickly. I also had to make sure that I understood for the day what products and what new things were going on for the day. And I had to post those ads, like I said. So what I would do is I would set up the first 15, 20 minutes that I got to the store. And I would work on the inventory, make sure I understood everything, post new ads on Facebook, post on Craigslist. And then throughout the day, I would do continual follow-up. Now, as you can see, I had a lot of gaps in this area. And I've already mentioned I wasn't able to respond to everyone within 5 minutes. I wasn't able to keep track of who I was talking with on what platform and what was happening. It was difficult to call every single person and to even answer the calls for all the leads that were coming in. Taking the time to post ads, there were times that, man, things just happen at work. You get busy, something will happen, you have to shift your focus. But then you still have to do these things to generate business. Otherwise, this is all going to dry up, right? All your leads are going to dry up, so you have to keep generating more business. And then you still have to follow up and continue to contact people that you haven't been able to reach, you haven't been able to get in contact with, or ones that not only you're following up with previous information, they ask something, you're trying to get back with them, or you're trying to get them more information, trying to get them into the store, whatever the case is. But you also have those that are missed opportunities from these gaps. So here's what I did to fix this. First thing I did, I created an automated system to help me respond to every single new lead within 5 minutes. Now, there are regulations whenever you're texting with systems that go to a personal phone that you have to be registered and things like that. Otherwise, cell phone companies will drop your text messages. I don't know if you know about that or not, but you have to be registered with those, and your phone number has to be registered because they're trying to lock out all the spam and prevent spam from going out there. So get registered on that. But I set up a response where they first immediately get an opt-in response for text messaging. That way they know, hey, I can text you. They also get a voicemail that I've already pre-recorded for them. And that voicemail drops on their phone, looks like a missed call, and goes straight to their voicemail. So they get a voicemail from me. Then, and I did this not only for myself, but for my sales team. Then they get a text, an introductory text, introducing, hey, this is Tony. I look forward to helping you with your purchase. Things like that. Whatever you put in, an introductory text, whatever that relates to your business. For car dealerships, I've worked with them. Hey, it looks like I can get you into a vehicle. Let's make something happen today, right? For real estate, it could be, hey, I'm glad you reached out about the property at whatever address it is. I look forward to helping you learn more about that property, or I look forward to helping you with your purchase, or I look forward to helping you with selling your home, whatever the case may be. You get those automated messages that are designed to get them to respond and engage you, all of this within 5 minutes. Because remember, if you can do it and engage someone within 5 minutes, you increase your chances of closing that deal by 300%. So I created these automated messages and automated responses so that I can hopefully engage every single customer within 5 minutes. The other thing I did is I consolidated all of these platforms into one central system. I don't have to worry about who or where I'm talking with someone. I now have a system where I can message someone on Facebook through text, email, phone calls, Instagram DMs, whatever the case is. Oh, Google Chat. I can, whatever the platform is that they responded to me or hit me up on, I can respond to them in one centralized location. Next thing I did is I have a system and developed a way to respond instantly if someone calls and I can't answer that call. Have an automated response for that. But also, you can record your conversations right through this centralized system, because then you can save that information for later. You can call straight from there, have calls go straight to your phone. You can forward those calls straight to your phone or send it to the mobile app. Then I also created or have a way where I'm uploading, and so what I do is I put all of my posts into a spreadsheet and have all the copy, a link to the image or video or article that I want to share. I upload that into the system and I set it so that it can post automatically for me. I don't have to try and find the time to post 5 times a day. I can set it up where it does it automatically for me. That way, whenever I'm doing videos or whenever I'm doing a reel, I can just do some of those live, knock them out, post it, and then I have the supplemental posts that help me maintain a presence on social media so that people continue to see my stuff. Then I have different workflows that help me follow up and manage all of the processes so that I can take a customer from interested lead all the way through the buying process and customer journey to purchasing, to reviews and continued purchasing, so that they not only just purchase from me once, but I can extend the lifetime of which they purchase from me. Not only that, get referrals from them. And all of these workflows are designed to help me and my team follow up with every single customer. That way, fewer people fall through the cracks. And whenever it's done properly, you can actually get a hold of twice as many, 3 times as many customers as you could before, which indicates or which helps you multiply your business.